Beach playing guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And the two girls start talking about the guy playing the guitar.
What do you think of that guy?
Hey.
Hold on.
What's her name?
Mary Lou.
We have, say, 70 clients, and we would look at all the different types of things they enjoy doing and try and match them up with the different art groups. So each day we would try and have about 10 clients that would go and participate in one of the art council groups.
Yeah, we did have doubts. I mean, it's something we've never tried before. How are we going to actually get the clients to do acting or be able to understand what the artist is actually wanting them to do?
I think everybody wants to tell their story, and they want to tell it in a certain way and just have the platform to be able to do it. So it's neat to be able to give somebody that chance to say, okay, tell us what happened.
The project that I went in to facilitate was based on visual arts, and I had a theme which was taking photographs. Then we also did a whole few sessions on watercolor, and then found a way to collage them together and make some really colorful new paintings.
I think that once you kind of give somebody an outlet where they can tell their story, that story just comes out a little bit easier. It might be, today we think about a landscape, today we show pictures of cars, or we bring in photographs of our families.
The thing that makes any literature, especially drama, interesting is a conflict or a problem. So what is a problem they may encounter? And what happens in that is how they overcome the problem. It may be winter, being stuck in your car. And so I'd set up a chair and say, okay, who wants to be the driver stuck in the car? And then generally at the end, what I would end off with is we would get an idea for a story, and we'd go around the circle, and each person would contribute a sentence or two, and we'd build a story together.
Everybody that comes in the door and into your class is going to have different ability levels, and that's where the art therapist was key, because my knowledge of dementia at the time, I wasn't aware that depending on which part of the brain it affects, that's whether your coordination isn't as good, or if your speaking isn't as good, or if your memory. But I always had the art therapist to know that real, the clinical facts, and then I just came in with the natural passion and let's go for it.
To get a client to participate in an activity or to get them to do something, you have to do quite a bit of cueing and prompting to get them to actually participate or even feel comfortable in that group setting. So at the beginning, it was a lot of trial and error.
And you just kind of set up the situation and see what happens.
So on this thing, you're making something delicious for the kids to take to school. How many kids are we going to burden, great bless her with?
And sometimes I would throw something out and it would just, so it was either sink or swim, but it's an experiment.
If it's presented in a play, an experimenting form, which I do with the young children, middle-aged, and seniors, then you feel like it's not a fail. You can't fail because you're only experimenting with it. That's really my approach, is let's just try and have fun and experiment with the new material. That's how I make it, do it. One client that I can reflect back on very fondly, his name was Dave.
So Dave, after you retired, did you do any art before?
Nothing. No.
Nothing?
No.
So not even after you're tired from your job, you'd never done art?
No.
No. So this is new for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave always had a smile, and though was willing to just take the risk, come in and try.
My wife made me. And now I love it.
I think what I really saw, and which was so satisfying to see with Dave in particular, it was his confidence and his self-esteem, and just realizing that he can make decisions about his own things.
What does that feel like when you're painting?
I like what it does for me.
You like that?
I love this piece.
It's coming. I think it's coming.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
People with dementia, a lot of times the last thing that we lose is our long-term memory. And a lot of the memories that the clients were sharing were all memories that made them really happy.
These people have decades of life behind them. They want to bring it out. They want to say, they just need that little impetus, that little inspiration. Art, in more than any other way, connects people with the past, with their memories, for sure.
This is for the children. Sophie, Gavin, Andrew.
On your painting, you wrote, "Looking to the future."
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
The children are looking to the future, but because that's the way that they grow.
And so when I saw someone like him grow with his confidence and this ability to just take ownership of what he had done, and that was wonderful.
We've got it.
What does your painting mean to you?
Everything. I think it because of the children, and I'm afraid when I die.
And then just take it all in. Take in what you've made, and maybe there's that piece there that helps you go back and triggers you back. I mean, art has a way of doing that. It triggers this feeling and emotion, and maybe it's not always easy to have emotions, but it sure is real.